All right, second time's a charm. So I have found out that when you record a video with your webcam, you should probably not have all the sound muted on your computer because it also mutes the mic. So lesson learned. If anyone else is out there doing things with cams, might want to remember that. So for anyone who is hopefully out there listening live, let me know if you can hear me or not, and maybe there's not some other issue that I'm not aware of. So anyway, my name is Evie Burke. Welcome to Wednesday Live with Evie, where I share on a topic each week relating to productivity. So this is number 45, and the topic is a bit of gratitude and dreaming. And because it's number 45, it means there's 44 more of these topics for you to enjoy later over on the Facebook page of One Insight Closer under the videos tab. So head over there, find a couple of topics that interest you, and have a listen. So they're generally under a half hour. So again, if you are watching live, let me know that you can hear me. And if you're watching the recording, that means you can hear me, and say hi anyway so I know you're there and can say hi back to you, in the comments. And for those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Evie Burke, and I help women entrepreneurs take their productivity to a new level. And I do this so that at the end of the day, the people that I work with can just be present with the people that they love, the people that they're choosing to spend their not at work time with. They can be present with them and not have to worry about what didn't get done today or what needs to be done tomorrow. They can just really be available and fully present to the people or the animals that they're spending their time with. So like I said, today's topic is a bit of gratitude and dreaming. And I had some fun creating this topic because I knew what I wanted to cover. I knew I wanted to cover what you're grateful for. I knew I wanted to talk about what you want more and less of in 2018. And I knew I wanted to cover your business wish list. So for the thankful part, we get the gratitude. So that's where that comes in. And then the dreaming is the what do you want more or less of, and the business wish list. So that's the dreaming parts. And the whole idea came about because for me, the time between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but really it's more even New Year's, that's a time where I tend to start mulling things about in my head and thinking about what went well in 2017 or the previous year, what would I want to do a little differently in the coming year, what might be some different things that I offer or do, and what are some different things that I want to experience. And what am I thankful for? What are the things that I just am so glad that are in my life right now? So that's what we're going to talk about. So first of all, what are you thankful for? So if you're here live, let me know and share, well, even if you're not here live, share what are the things you're grateful for. And who are the people that you're grateful for? Some things to think about around this are, what did you really love in the past year? What contributed to making those great things so great? Who or what contributed to that? I think I've already just said that. Who built you up when you had a bad day? Who shared a listening ear when you needed to talk or to vent? Who held you accountable for your goals and dreams and the day-to-day things? Who are the people that really made a difference for you in the past year? So for me, one of the groups that I'm grateful for is this fabulous group in Chicagoland. It's also in the Denver area, and that's called WESOS, and that's Women Entrepreneurs Secrets of Success. And I know many of you who are out there watching right now know about this group, especially if I know you locally. And for me, this has just been a fabulous group, both for me personally and for my business. But it's just such a great group of wonderful women. And if you're not familiar with it, or you're not sure where all of the meetings are now because they've expanded, I've just pasted a link that will take you to a list of all of the groups that are out there for WESOS. And there's a couple people I am so grateful for this year. And I don't think this is the first year I've been grateful for them, but maybe the first year I've put it to video. So one person is Mary Wu, and she is your social media expert. She is also a very good friend, and I've known her for probably almost 20 years. But we didn't really, we know each other from church, but we didn't really become close friends until we both had businesses and just started chatting more about that. And, you know, we'd run into each other at church all the time. So I can always count on her to be willing to answer a quick question or bounce ideas off of, and just really appreciate her friendship. And then the other person I'd like to mention is Beth Majerski, and she is such a fabulous person. I love Beth so much. She is a retreat providing expert. So if you are looking to experience a very nice, relaxing, growing retreat, she's somebody to reach out to. She also has this great product called Retreat in a Box that allows you to have a retreat at home in your own space, or what you could also, you know, take yourself to a hotel for a night and get yourself this retreat in a box and pamper yourself there. It's a great gift too. So if you know somebody who could use a little pampering, you can gift the retreat in a box to them. So Beth is somebody who keeps me on track. She holds me accountable for the things that I want to get done. She's such a good friend and such a joy to spend time with and to talk to. So who are some of the people that you're grateful for? I'm just looking over here to see if there's any notes or anything that I'm missing. Nope. All right. So what was the other thing I was going to look at? Anyway, the next part here is, what do you want more of? And again, share in the comments, what are some things that you want more of in 2018, in the coming year? And, you know, some things to think about here are, when you look back at the past year, what are some of the things that you really loved, or maybe the things you didn't love so much? What are the things you want more of? And yes, it might be you want more money, more clients, more success, more time, more whatever. But what else is it? Do you want a business bestie? If you don't have one, put this on your list. They're really great to have. Or maybe you want another business bestie. Do you want more ease, more time, more confidence, more joy, more attention, more focus? What is it you want to experience more of in the coming year? For me, yes, I'm in the money, success, clients camp, but I also want more connections. I do want more ease, and this might also go on the business wish list, but I also want to attend more business conferences. I want to be in that energy. If you've never been to a big business conference of like 50 plus people where you're all there to improve your businesses, the energy there, when it's the right group and the right leader, it's just so fabulous. So highly encourage you for you yourself as a business owner to find one of those to go to in the next year. What do you want less of? So again, looking back at the past year, let me start that over again. Maybe look at what didn't go as well as you wanted it to, or what do you just want to leave behind in 2017? So this might be stress. This might be saying yes to things you felt like you had to do, but maybe you didn't want to do. These might be things like things you said yes to previously and you did really want to do them, and now they're things you don't really want to do anymore. It might be letting go. Another way to say it is letting go of a responsibility that's no longer a good fit. So for me, that was one of the things that was huge for me this year is at the end of last year, beginning of this year, I let go of being on a board for an organization that I just absolutely loved. And saying no, saying that I wanted less of that allowed me so much more mental energy. So look at what that might be for you. You know, what might you want to let go of? There was something else I was going to say about that, and oh yes, the bonus question here. So how can you flip it around too? So instead of just saying I want less of, think about, by having less of that, what do I get more of? So for me, spending less time on that board meant that I had more time with my husband. It meant I had more time and mental energy to spend on my business. So flip it around, all right? And doing the opposite of the thing isn't always the best way to look at it. Look at what do you get more of by having less of that thing. So if you want less stress, by having less stress, what does that do for you? What do you get more of by having less stress? Do you get more ease? Do you get more enjoyment? Do you get more fun? By saying that you want less distraction, what does that look like? What do you get more of if you're less distracted? Do you get more time? Do you get more focus? Do you get more energy? Do you see, you know, look at what that means for you. Don't just look at the opposite. Look at what do you get by having less of that thing, okay? And then change, so make that a positive statement. And sometimes you need the negative statements so you know specifically what it is that you're letting go of. But you also want to focus on what is that positive that you get from that thing. All right, now on to business wish list. So what's on your business wish list? Share in the comments if you so choose. And again, I'm just looking to make sure I'm not missing a comment somewhere. I don't think I am. So again, what's on your business wish list? So for me, I have a page in my notebook, and it's just a regular notebook that I have that has what my business wish list is on it. It goes with me everywhere. So if something strikes me as this is something that I want to do, or somebody that I want to hire, I just don't know for what, then I can write them down and I have that for later. So if you don't have a business wish list, or you're thinking about what you might want to add to your business wish list, here's some things to think about. So the first thing is, who have you met that you felt drawn to? Even if it doesn't make sense for your business, you know, who is it that you feel drawn to, that you want to learn from? And you know, maybe taking that Reiki course makes absolutely no sense for what your business is, but you just find yourself so interested in it. Well, add it to your wish list. That's something that interests you. Maybe it's not something that you're choosing to spend your time on or your money on right now, but write it down. Just notice that interest. Or maybe you met somebody that you don't really know what you're interested in that they do, but you just so want to know more about them. Just notice that and take some time to learn more about them and what it is they do and what it is you might want to take advantage of from what they do. And, you know, again, write it down. So your business wish list, maybe I shouldn't call it a business wish list. Maybe it's just a wish list, because they're not always things that grow your business. Sometimes they're things that grow you, that you've met, and you've met them or come across them as a result of having your business. So just note what those things are, write them down, even if they seem to make absolutely no sense. Just notice where your interest or where your curiosity is pulling you. All right. And another thing to think about here, and this is definitely more specifically for your business, is what is something you want to or you need to learn or experience. And this might be something like, you know, that you need to have a better, what's the word I'm looking for? You need to handle sales conversations better. So maybe you look for somebody who can help you with that. Maybe you notice that you need some help or around your bookkeeping. So you want to hire somebody to help you with your bookkeeping and staying on top of that. So look for those areas of where you need growth in your business and who can help you do that. And it can be things like you want to more strategically use your social media. Well, then you can reach out to somebody like Mary Wu, and she can help you with figuring out, where you should be and the strategies you might want to implement. Maybe you want to create a vision board, but the thought and idea of sitting down and finding all those magazines and doing it all yourself, like, it's overwhelming and you don't know where to even start. You might want to reach out to Beth Majerski and talk to her about when she has some of those vision board retreats coming up that you might want to take advantage of. Maybe you want some confidence around how you're spending your time in your business, or maybe you want to streamline something in your business, or look at how you're setting up your goals and achieving them. That's something I can help you with. Or maybe you're curious about meditation or Reiki or hypnosis, whether it's learning those things or experiencing those. Well, that's something to talk to Linda Herrick about, right? So just notice, what are those things that you want to or you need to learn or experience, whether it's for your business or your personal life even. And if you know somebody who can help you with that, write them down. And if you don't know somebody who can help you with that, find a couple of people or a group that you trust to ask, hey, who can help me with XYZ? Because generally somebody's going to know somebody. All right. So now for editing your wish list, if you already have one, go over it, 2, 3, 4 times a year, and just notice, do you still feel drawn to that person? Do you still feel drawn to that experience or that program? And if not, cross it out, let it go. Let it go with love, okay? And it's fine if it no longer resonates with you. That's fine, because our curiosities, the things that we're curious about, the things that we're interested in, those things change based on the experiences that we've had or things that are currently going on, and that's all right. Just note that that interest has changed and move on. One of the things I do also want to say here, so the bonus here for this one is, early on, you might have noticed that I said, early on for this section, the wish list, you might have noticed that I said maybe you're choosing not to spend your time or your money on this. This is an important thing to think about as you're creating a wish list of any sort. It's not something that you don't have time for right now or you don't have the money for. It's something that you are choosing not to spend your time on right now, or you're choosing not to spend your money on right now. And that's good, right? Because you have priorities. So maybe for the money, you're choosing to do a different program or purchase something else right now. Maybe you're choosing to pay your house payment right now. That's fine. That's a good choice. Paying your bills is a good thing. Maybe you got that taken care of, and your business budget for personal, or your business or personal budget for self-improvement or business improvement is being spent doing something else right now. That's fine. That's what you're choosing to spend your money on. That's what you're choosing to invest in right now. And you're creating this list so that you know what are some of the things that you might choose to spend that money on later. Okay? And for time, don't look at it as if you don't have time for this right now, because the reality is, if you really wanted to do it right now, you would find the time for it, right? If somebody were to say, you want $1 million, but you need to drive 2 hours or to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan to collect that $1 million or $2 million, you'd be like, all right, shutting everything down, driving to Michigan, right? However, you're not, and nothing changed, right? Nothing changed in your business other than you shifted your priorities on a dime based on an opportunity, right? So it's the same way with your business. It's not that you don't have time to do something, it's that you're choosing to do something else. You're choosing to spend your time somewhere else. And that's not bad. it's just recognizing that's what's happening, right? So you're not doing that class right now because instead you're choosing to spend your time focusing on doing this other thing, spending time with your family, you know, whatever that is. Just recognize it and just watch your wording around it so that your wish list isn't oh, these are all the things that I want to do that I just can't do, but instead your wish list is, oh, cool. Look at the things that I can experience when I'm ready to experience them, right? So look at the wish list that way. I'm looking to see if I have anything else I want to share. That brings us to the end of today's topic. So thank you for hanging out with me for some of you the second time this time around. Hey, Ellen, I hope you can hear me this time. I'm just finishing up. So for anybody out there who has anybody that they want to shout out for gratitude that's made a difference for them, if you haven't already shouted them out, leave that in the comments. If you want to share what are the things that you're leaving behind or that you want more or less of in the coming year, you know, share those in the comments. And if you so choose to share what's a couple of things that are currently on your wish list, you can do that. That one's, all of them, as always, are up to you how you want to choose to participate. And that brings us to the end of today's topic, a bit of gratitude and dreaming. This was Wednesday Live with Evie, number 45. And until next week, much love.